Hey there, I'm just sitting down and having a little garden snack. Some of these green beans. I have been so thrilled with my green beans that I started in July. If you saw the video where I was doing some seed starting in July, I planted a bunch of green beans. Oh, this one got eaten a little bit. And I wasn't, I just like popped them in. I wasn't very careful about where they went. I even had a few spills of green beans seeds, and so like I spilled the seeds over and they got wet with when I was watering the garden, and I just like threw all my seeds in because basically in the past I've always had really hard luck with green beans. Like even if I get a little bit of a harvest, I would have spider mites just like tearing apart the plants, destroying the roots. It was always like hardly even worth it to grow green beans, and the plants looked awful. But kind of by accident and just wanting to get rid of all those seeds that I had, I threw them in like even like super densely, like I'm talking like really densely into the containers, and they have grown and produced, and I've been getting such great harvests from the bigger holes that I filled with lots of green beans to even just some of the plants where I'm looking at one little one. I put in like 2 seeds and it's come out here and actually just harvested a few beans off this little like sprig of green beans. Like it just has worked so nicely. It has just really worked out. It was like one of those happy accidents that totally worked out. I actually talked about this on Instagram stories a while ago, but it's a whole new, like I have a whole new appreciation for green beans. I've realized that there's this great little time period where I can grow green beans right between when when things like my squash and stuff start dying off, kind of in that like mid-July time frame. I can plant them. They're like a 60-day crop. Like now I can get green beans here and then be pulling them out to plant in like my fall flowers, my fall annuals and stuff like that. And it's just like this perfect crop. And although they are damaged a little bit, there's some bug damage on them. It's just so encouraging to see that. They produce wonderfully and they're delicious. Some things taste so much better out of your garden. Everyone talks about tomatoes being like the obvious one that tastes so much better, and they definitely do, but then like things like green beans really do too. They're so good. So I'm gonna be snacking on these. I'm excited. That is just such a great development, and it's such a good lesson. I feel like as a gardener, you learn these lessons every year, and not to necessarily just count like a plant out. I really thought I couldn't grow green beans. I really thought it was like green beans are not something that is going to be in my garden, and I'm just going to have to accept that, and that just is what it is. And now it's like, no, we have figured it out. We have figured out the secret to green beans. I'm so happy about it. So my other thing today I'm going to do is put together a really quick little hanging basket with some violas. Let me go grab those. I have a few leftover violas after planting this landscape area, and I'm just going to put together like a cute little combination, just singularly planted. I don't really know what the word is for that, like a mono flower, but all just violas. So let me go get my hanging basket, and I'm going to grab the flowers, and I'll just show you the little combination I'm doing. I have talked about this a little bit. For us here in Zone 7A in Virginia, violas are really a like 3-season crop. They will bloom for us in the fall, they'll bloom for us in the winter, and they'll bloom for us in the spring. Sometimes they lull back a little bit, like if we have a particularly cold, maybe January, and so I'll sometimes just cut them back too if they start to get leggy, but then they'll reflush in the spring. And so I expect to get color from this hanging basket that I'm going to put together here all the way through till next spring, which will be lovely. So I have, let's see, these are the Color Max Purple Glow. And then I did grab another one, which is this like black, which I thought was kind of Halloween fall. It says Sorbet Black Delight. super fun. I'm like really into the black flowers this fall. I really like them. And then I picked up some pansies as well. Majestic Giants 2 Fire is the variety here. And the pansies aren't quite as good as far as like being super, you know, robust and blooming. Like they'll lull more in the winter, but they'll still bloom and look great, and I'll still get like a lot of flowers off them. I am going through here and deadheading because I do find that deadheading your violas really helps to get a really good flower production. I guess it's probably like you don't have to, but I find that it makes them just produce a lot better, and kind of, you know, kind of helps with just keeping the size control and not for them to get kind of messy looking. So that's definitely something. There was a snail that fell on me. That's something to think about. Violas can get a little stringy, like you see these guys are like a little stringy, so they are definitely one like you don't have to be afraid. If you want to pinch them back, you can do that too and help kind of size control. I don't have any issue with them, so I'm just gonna plant. I think I'm gonna do, let me lay these out here. We'll do 1, 2, 3, maybe I'll put in another one of these, 4. I think we'll just do 4 in this container. All right, we got it all planted. I think it looks actually cute already, although it will definitely fill in, so I'm not worried about that. But I went ahead and I threw in a little bit of this salad bowl mix, lettuce mix from M.I. Gardener, just a little bit like right in here. And if that grows up, I think that'll be really pretty in the center of this, and just kind of like fill in a little bit. It's something that, you know, I would have maybe, you know, maybe for instant impact would have been better if I had gone and gotten like some lettuce starts from the store or something, but the seeds are going to be just as good, and they'll just kind of fill in as we go here, going into more of fall. I think that'll be really pretty. Lettuce is actually a really decent filler for containers. If you follow like some of the other, you know, bigger channels, you'll see them, like a lot of different gardeners using lettuce in containers as kind of a filler, and it works really well. This is just a nice, like, it'll have greens and some of those darker colors and different textures because it's just like a lettuce, you know, salad mix. Different textures, leaf types, colors for a well-rounded salad is what it says on here. And I may try to pop some more of that in different places. But like already, I love these. I know I've shown them in other videos, but like I just can't get over it. Like, is that not the most perfect fall pansy? So beautiful. Pansies really are gorgeous, even if they don't have quite the like bang for your buck as far as the cold tolerance and the amount of blooms that you get with violas. There's something stunning about a pansy. They're just gorgeous. And then here's the little black violas. I've shown these in a bunch of other videos, but I can't resist highlighting them. This one is nice, this Color Max variety, because there's a bit more interest. So even with a viola, you're getting a little bit more of that pansy look and that pansy interest, which is kind of nice too. In the past, I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to the varieties, you know, of like pansies and violas. I've gotten kind of, you know, into them though lately. I've been starting more from seed, and I think I posted a video about that. Oh, that should be out already. I'm just like all of a sudden finding this like really deep love for pansies and violas, and starting now to look at these different varieties and pay a little bit more attention to the different kind of growers and the different programs. And so the Color Max is a type of viola that just has like a little bit more going on. I definitely think, although the black ones to me are stunning, I definitely recommend like looking and seeing if you can find some of these when you're out and about, or just kind of like paying attention and seeing if maybe some of the ones that you're really liking are in that Color Max group. But yeah, I feel like their color is just more intense and there's something really beautiful about it. But flowers, I know these are all going to be super welcome to see going into spring too, when these are the first things that are blooming in the garden. Speaking of which, I am starting to also think about maybe like even some bulbs and things for the spring garden. You know, you got to get those started in the fall. And I do have one little container. Let me grab it here. This little container, which has some grape hyacinth and some little daffodils in it. And the grape hyacinths are doing well. They lived through the summer. I'm so interested to see. I'll try to post a few pictures of what it looked like in the spring, because it was gorgeous. Like, it was so beautiful. I really loved it. And so I'm thinking I really need to try to, you know, do a bit more of that, get a bit more of that going here for this next year. So I gotta start thinking about that too. And I'm probably gonna try to do all my bulbs in just like nursery containers so that I can pop them into my decorative pots, and I don't have to worry about like uprooting any of the things that I've planted here for fall, winter, spring. So those can all kind of do their things, and then we can just add the containers with the bulbs as they come into bloom. I don't know. I haven't fully gone through that process yet. But I'm gonna get this guy watered in, and then just gonna hang it up off of the patio up here. And yeah, maybe even plant another one of my hanging baskets. We'll see. Thank you so much for spending some time out in the garden with me today, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.